What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. So what I want to do in this video is I want to talk to you guys that are holding XRP, that have invested into this at a level where I previously talked about it. Because I've gotten questions on whether someone should sell, whether someone should just get out of a play, get out of the XRP because they made their profits. And honestly, I'll say that's totally up to you, but I want to go into detail before you decide to sell it. Hopefully, this video comes out before we see major retracement, right? If we do see that. Um, but I want to talk to you about the process of selling and how you go about making that decision because it's tough, right? You need everyone to go, what are you doing with yours? Right? Well, you know my plan. My plan is very basic and it's a long-term plan rather than this short-term time the market type of plan. But people want to know about that plan. Hey, would you have a short-term time the market type of plan? I don't, but I can tell you what could be the best case scenarios and worst case scenario with that. So before we get into this, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, check out my link for Fortisx down below if you guys are interested. So I've been working with Fortisx for about 6 months now, and right now they're one of my main partners. The difference between this partnership and anything else that I've promoted is I'm not just promoting Fortisx, I'm also utilizing it. I gain XRP every single day that I have my XRP in Fortisx. So from personal experience, I've been able to use it, withdraw without any issues, and gain the 19-20% APY that I can gain right now. It is a variable APY, but you can gain it at the moment. I also hear directly through my audience that they've been using Fortisx and they've been gaining with Fortisx, which is always a great thing to hear, that people are making extra money on top of what they already make or what they already have. During my time working with Fortisx, I've been able to see them grow, right? They're now expanding into Canada. And they have the US, they have UK, they have Canada, and they're continuing to grow from here. Transparency is another thing that Fortisx is actually working hard on, right? Seeing their verification through Cyberscope, taking steps to being more transparent, accountable, secure, and just expanding while they're doing that. So after using the platform for about 6 months, I can say that I'm happy with the results. I'm gaining with it. I can withdraw anytime that I want to. You have the transparency that's out there. You have the expansion. You have everything that you really want to see within a company. So why not? So if you want to check out Fortisx, check it out for yourself. The link will be in the description. You'll be able to look at all the information, get information from them, as well as see the different APYs that they are offering. So check it out in the description as well as in the comment section. And let's get back to the video. Let's go ahead and talk about where XRP is right now. Okay. XRP currently stands at 5:51 a.m. at $1.49. It is up by 49% in the last week. We look at the last 24 hours and, we're seeing a large amount of increase, right? Let me go ahead and refresh this page so I get to not the trading view look. But if we look at the last 24 hours, it is up by 5.66%. Which doesn't seem like a crazy amount for the amount of volume that they have, the amount of movement that we've seen. And you'd be right? It's not a huge percentage for how much XRP has been running. It's because we're currently in the retracement. At 5:52, we are currently in a larger retracement from the top point to where we are now. And even to create a lower point, right? Typically, you see more of a downward trend when that happens. So 66%, 70% that it increased down to $1.40, back up to $1.60, back down to $1.40. Now, typically, when you create those either double bottoms or even seeing a descending top scenario, you see descending tops, descending bottoms, right? Descending lows, descending highs. And then we see that further drop down to previous levels of resistance as support levels. So with that being said, as a person that has seen the market, has seen ebbs and flows of the market, has seen ups and downs, peaks and valleys, timing the market is it's very critical. If you don't do it the right way and time it at the peak point, or at a high level, you do not get the maximum profit from it. So if you are deciding to buy this, or you bought it, right, deciding to sell it, um, you would have been better to sell it at a level of 170, which would have been a previous resistance level, right? Sell it at a 150, which would have been a previous resistance level. And right now it's at a 149. So you make this choice based on where do you think the retracement is going to go to, right? It's tough. It's very, very tough. It is a hard game to get right every single time. And the reason why I say that you have to watch this video is because, again, we're sitting at a $94 billion market cap, $17 billion worth of volume. We haven't seen this level of volume in a while. If I decided to sell, for me personally, if I decided to sell at a $1.69 mark, or maybe even just a level that I've seen before, $1.60, $1.59. If I decided to sell there, I would have, profited about $40,000 from that. That's amazing to say, from like 170, let's say 170 to 150. I would have been able to profit, a good $40,000 from it. That's crazy. It's amazing. However, I cannot time the market perfectly, because if we look at, let's say, BTCC is where I'm doing some analysis with it, and hopefully I still have the analysis there. So let me go ahead and go there and go to XRP and break this down. I actually have to do USDT. So USDT, XRP. If we look at a chart, and we say, oh, we're gonna hit this level, we're gonna hit this level. Well, it broke through previous levels, right? If you even count this resistance, it broke through levels of 116, 115, 120, 130, 140, 150, right? Breaking through all of these levels that you would have been like, oh, I could have taken profit from there. And you would have taken profit, but it would have kept running on you. And if it would have kept running, what would then be your reaction after that? Would you have, just rebought because you thought it was just going to run without you? Or would you have, stayed the course and let it drop, let it do its thing? Because when you look at it right now, right, hindsight is 2020. When you look at it right now and you say, well, you know what, I definitely would have sold. Well, that's what you're saying now. But in the time of the market, like right now, what do you think it's going to do? Do you think it's going to retrace more, or do you think it's going to explode to a ridiculous level, right? Probably think it's going to decrease, and maybe it does. But what if it absolutely explodes to $2 after seeing this decent retracement that we've seen? What if? What do you do? Do you then just accept your fate and go, I made $40,000 from it, or I made $4,000 from it? Maybe. But then you also hate yourself for the rest of your life. And there are people that, and I'm not saying that's how you should feel, but you hate yourself for the decision that you made, and now you have to live with that decision. You have to learn from that decision. So if you're playing it as, I want to, time the market and play this short-term play, it could potentially really, really hurt you in the end when it actually runs without you. That's why, as someone with a high balance, it would be great for me to go, let me profit $40,000, maybe profit $50,000, and then get back into it at a low level. It sounds easy, but once you make that mistake one time and it runs without you, now what do? Now you're buying at a higher level. Now you have less coins. Now you might end up losing money because you buy and chase it. It gets to the high level and then retraces on you. And you look stupid. You look silly, right? So I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that if I do have a short-term play, that I leave that for short-term. If I have a play that if I have a play that I'm looking for in the long term, I play out that long term. If I have an exit plan, I go for what prices I want to sell at and how long I'm holding the overall balance and profit from it like that. That's the best way that I see fit. So, moral of the story is if you bought XRP at $1, you have to ask yourself, and you're looking at a profit right now, you have to ask yourself, do you want this gain? Is this gain the most desirable thing to you? Or do you want something more? It may take longer. It might not be in the next month. It might not be in the next year. It might be in the next 3 years or 5 years. But do you want more from it? And not in a greed level, in a patience level, a patience type of time, right? Where I'm looking for major growth in something that XRP is doing. The government does to implement XRP. Different countries does to implement XRP and accept and adopt XRP rather than just go, here's some good news, it's increasing. So before you decide to sell, ask yourself that question. Am I looking for this short-term gain or am I looking for something a lot more from this? If you see both, then do both. If you see one, then do that. But you have to live with that decision. If you see um, if you see the opposite side, if you see the long-term growth only, then go for that long-term growth. But again, you have to live with that decision. I don't want to hear, oh, I should have sold at $1.69. Yeah, if we all knew that it was going to $1.69 and was going to retrace down to $1.50, we would have sold at $1.69 and bought back in at $1.50. 100% of the time, that's what we would have done. Now, it's totally up to you. If you make the right move, then great. Congratulations. But that's not part of my plan. Me personally, that's not part of my plan. So I want to know what you guys think, what you guys have done, because seeing the retracement, that means that people have sold. So if you are some of those people that sold at $1.70, let me know if that's what you did and if you bought back in or if you're just accepting and waiting for it to go back down to $1.20 or a dollar flat. Let me know what your decision is, what your plan is, because it's always interesting to see what other people's plans are. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for listening to me. It was more of a rant than anything, but seriously, I think you have to take these moments, these opportunities, very serious because it's positive. It can be insanely negative very, very quickly, right? It could also be negative and be insanely positive very, very quickly. We've seen retracements and then explosions. We just saw it, right? It wasn't as much of a retracement, but XRP did retrace a little bit. People thought, oh, it's over, increased to $1.50. People were like, oh, well, maybe it's over here, increased to $1.70. Like, it's tough. It's tough out here. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out the links down below for Fortisx, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.